Welcome back. Welcome back to another video. And today we've got something that I just wanted to address. I saw this on my Facebook timeline, and I think that this post is making the rounds. Okay, so I want to caution people against supporting your agenda. Right? I definitely would say that I can admit that I have an agenda. I have things that when I see, let's call it confirmation bias. When I see something that confirms my bias, I like it. I like to see it. Right? But I would just caution people against being so loving your confirmation bias so much that you lose sight of reality, okay? That you lose sight of what is true and what is actually going to help you and your family. So I saw this post and it was circulating on my timeline, and the Facebook fact checkers, I'm not usually a fan of them, but this time it's pretty obvious that this post is just false. So I had to bring it to you guys' attention. So the post was, if your employer is mandating any pokes, do not quit, make them fire you. That way you get unemployment benefits. Okay, so this is just from my experience collecting unemployment benefits back in 2012 when I got out of the military. This is just not how unemployment benefits work. Okay, so if you are fired or you are relieved for cause, that's just not how things work. Okay, so let's go down here into the article. Employers have latitude. Okay, so it says unemployment payments are provided to Americans who wind up out of a job through no fault of their own, such as when a business closes or downsizes. Okay, so refusing a vaccine is not something that would fall under this. So down here it says, in Alabama, for example, a state with one of the lowest vaccination rates, a state handbook says unemployment payments can be delayed or disqualified for workers for misconduct in connection with work, which can include failure to obey a company or employer's work rules or policies, endangering the safety of others, and disregarding the orders or instruction of their company, basically. So this basically falls squarely under those rules. So even in Alabama, that's how this works. And I would consider this, one of the more conservative states. So no matter where you go, you're going to need to know this information. So what I want to get into is you're not going to get these unemployment benefits most likely unless you have either a religious or personal or some type of exemption, right? So basically you are wrongfully terminated or your business shut down, right? At the beginning of the pandemic, businesses shut down to no fault of people's own, so they were all eligible for these unemployment benefits. So basically you need a religious or a personal exemption. So these are the states that have religious or personal exemptions set. So we see over here, California, no exemptions over here except for medical. So New York, Maine, and Mississippi over here, they're the ones that have only personal exemptions. So I would definitely encourage people to actually look through this and make sure you know how it's going to impact your family financially, how it's going to impact you financially before you go and quit your job over a vaccine. Okay, so my own personal opinion is not what I'm trying to inject here. I mean, my personal opinion is that we see a much larger correlation between COVID death and age and COVID death and comorbidities than we do in COVID death and in vaccination status. And we also see that you can still harbor the virus in your body. You can still harbor the virus in your nostrils. You can still spread the virus even if you are vaccinated. So this whole thing, it should be the choice of the people. That's just my opinion. But I do want to make sure that you guys are staying on top of what this is. So we got all these states. These are religious, medical, and philosophical exemptions. I was actually surprised to see that Washington State, my home state, has philosophical, religious, and medical exemptions. So let's go down here to what medical exemptions are. So you could get a medical exemption for things like this. The person that's refusing the vaccine has a disease, or they take medicine that weakens their immune system, they have a severe allergy to the vaccine or an ingredient in it, or they have had a serious reaction to a vaccine in the past. Okay, a religious exemption, it applies to only a few religions, including the Christian Scientists down here. I'm not sure exactly, you could look deeper into that, but basically for most states, you either have to do some type of counseling, or you can just simply sign a form stating that you have a religious reason to opt out. Okay, and then philosophical exemptions, they are just, I don't believe in the vaccines, I don't believe in the science, or they could believe like it's better for the kid to get sick, it's better for them to get the actual disease, right? Or they just don't believe in the vaccine for whatever other reason, such as the old debunked study about autism. But, we're not going to get too much into that. All 50 states and the District of Columbia allow medical exemptions. Every state except 3, and then it lists 5. California, Maine, Mississippi, New York, and West Virginia allow religious exemptions. Okay, 15 states let parents decline vaccines for personal reasons. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to make sure that we spread some of this information that do not quit your job, do not let them fire you, because that's not going to help you get unemployment. But make your decisions and make an informed decision, right? And don't let your agenda or what you would like to be true cloud your judgment. So whatever you guys are doing out there, that is your decision, in my opinion. But don't make it based on this false information, because, like I said, over here, this article is definitely not true. I've never seen anything that indicates that you can just quit your job and go collect unemployment, right? You have to be in a situation where you lost your job. For example, I lost my job when I got out of the Army, to no fault of my own, right? I was just transitioning out of the Army back into the reserves, and that's why I was able to get unemployment. Or if your business goes out of business, then you're able to collect unemployment. But if you just refuse to comply with the policy, then it's not the same situation. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.